Dissolve the Supreme Court?
I'm the president. I'm the king now, like you said, and go home.
Okay. Good to see you're centrist.
That's author and the personification of a childless cat lady, Fran Lebowitz, shocking Bill Maher by saying the quiet part out loud about the radical left's true intentions for the country. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and you know liberals are pushing something truly idiotic when even people like Bill Maher are stunned silent. Here's Lebowitz suggesting that the Supreme Court is illegitimate because they made the mistake of doing something she personally didn't approve of.
I've been obsessed all year with this idea that they had 4 years to get Trump, 5 different trials, and somehow they let it go away. Like he's not really going to get it. The trials are not going to be apparently involved in this election at all. And the Democrats had time to do this, 4 years.
Right.
And they had the power.
No.
They were in office, and the Attorney General was Merrick Garland. And yet it all went away. And now the Supreme Court has ruled that he's not liable for any of this.
Right, because what he had was Supreme Court. Okay? So, the Democrats had, elected people. The Supreme Court is completely his. It's so disgraceful, this court, that it shouldn't even be allowed to be called the Supreme Court. It's an insult to Motown to call it the Supreme Court. So it's not even a court.
Isn't it funny how the party that's always whining about trusting the experts and protecting the sanctity of democracy immediately changes its tune the moment something doesn't go their way? It's almost like the founding fathers thought about this type of stuff a lot and anticipated the threat of a short-sighted and ambitious tyranny of the majority forming, so they established our government in a very specific way. I mean, if you ever wanted a reason for why pure democracies don't work, look no further than Democrats who want to do things like pack the Supreme Court, destroy the Electoral College, and do away with the Constitution entirely.
It's only a court in the sense that the court of Louis XVI was a court. Basically, it's a harem, okay? It's a harem. It's Trump's harem. So I always feel sorry for the 3 real judges on the court. I know a lot of people have jobs, not me, not you, and you have to go to work every day, and there are people you don't like at work. But can you imagine having to go to work every day? Alito? You have to go to work with Alito, with Kavanaugh? It must be horrible. So what Biden should do, not that you asked, but when they passed that law, the Supreme Court passed that ruling, where they said, you're not the president, you're the king, which is what that ruling is. You can do whatever you want. You can never be, held responsible. I thought, Biden's still the president. No one seems to notice. But Biden should dissolve the Supreme Court.
Dissolve the Supreme Court?
I'm the president. I'm the king now, like you said, and go home.
Okay. Good to see you're centrist.
For decades, the left ruled through the Supreme Court to enforce things that were widely unpopular at the time, like abortion, gay marriage, and busing. Yet now that the court isn't a tool for the liberal revolution, it suddenly has to be destroyed. This type of attitude is the exact thing J.D. Vance is talking about when he mentions childless cat ladies. It's these sort of smug, self-entitled, short-sighted, petty narcissists that have absolutely no skin in the game, so they champion things like destroying the Supreme Court or enforcing rules to prevent people from having children because of the environment. Despite what they say, they don't care what happens after they're gone if it means they get what they want now. And what they want now is to have more power and for people to be as miserable as they are. But let me know what you think. What will it take for Bill Maher to fully wake up and abandon the side of these lunatics once and for all? Let me know in the